Hello everyone, Julia here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane, Queensland. This is the little card I'd like to show you today. It's nice, simple, elegant, good for male or female, and has a really stunning and bold effect to it. And it's very quick and easy to do. Okay, the things that you're going to need for this are a piece of the basic black cardstock, scored and folded and burnished, and that piece is 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8 of an inch. Then you're going to need a piece of Whisper White, 5 6/8 of an inch by 4 inches. You're going to need a piece of gold glimmer paper, 4 5/16 of an inch by 2 11/16 of an inch. A piece of the basic black measuring 4 1/8 of an inch by 2 1/2 inches. Another piece of the gold glimmer paper measuring 2 11/16 of an inch by 13/16 of an inch. And a piece of the basic black 2 1/2 inches by 5/8 of an inch. Okay, and you're going to need the softly falling embossing folder. Absolutely stunning. I love it. And this beautiful new stamp set, which I'll just get out of the glare, and it's called Snow is Glistening. And these stamps are truly beautiful, and the sentiments are beautiful. It's just a terrific little stamp set. Okay, and that's all you need. Oh, and some gold embossing powder, but apart from that, you're good to go. Now, this one I actually did with the gold foil, but this time I'm just changing it up and using the gold glimmer paper instead. I think it would look lovely with either, and I think you could swap it around to the silvers as well, or copper. I think it would still look really nice. But anyway, that's what we're going with today. I'll just set that up there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is just to pop this in the embossing folder. Now, with this, I don't know if you can see, but along the bottom there's just a little strip where there's no indentations of the snow. So I always sit my paper just up a little bit to make sure that I don't get that line on it. And then closing it down with the size X at the top. And then when you feed that through your big shot, always make sure it's the closed end where it folds over first. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that into my big shot really quickly. Just over here. Don't have enough space for everything. My desk area is a bit of a mess at the moment due to all my things I'm making for on stage. So there is literally things everywhere that you can't see. So anyway, there we are. And we bring it out, and that's what you get. Just a nicely embossed background. Okay, so that's done. I'll stick it onto the card. Get that out of the way. And then we can move on. I do like to have the embossing folders. I think they make a card look really lovely. Just such a simple thing. Okay, and we'll pop that on there like that. Oops, get that centered if I can. It's a little bit hard when you're not right over the top of your work, but that's fine. Okay, so that's on the card. We can leave that to dry. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to use my embossing buddy on my piece of black cardstock, and then I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus. Now, I've already set the Stamparatus up with the stamps I need, and I've marked my grid paper here to know exactly where I want to put it. And then I'm going to just put this magnet on that corner. Then using some Versamark, This is such a beautiful tree. It's a stunning stamp. I hope you can fully see that on camera because it's a stamp worth getting, a stamp set. It's just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to close that down. Just lightly press on that to make sure that the Versamark covers it all. And gently lift that off. And then I'm going to turn it over. And the little snowflake that I'm using as a tree topper, which is in that stamp set as well, is going to go right there very quickly, and then I can put the embossing powder on all of it. There we go. Just make sure I've got that well covered. I've got a fan going at the moment. It's been so hot here, and everything tends to blow everywhere when I do that, so I have to be very careful. Okay, just make sure I put that magnet somewhere safely too. Stamparatus magnets are so strong, they snap together really quickly and they can break. I love this, watching this go. I hope you can see that. Look at that, spectacular. And then my little tree topper at the top. I'll just hold that up so you can see it. How intricate is that? So beautiful. Anyway, we'll pop that aside. And I'll just bring in this little piece here, and I'm going to do that as well. And this is from the Star of Light, the Merry Christmas. This stamp set, it was in the catalogue last year. Oh, get the glare off that. It's a beautiful stamp set. If you have the opportunity to get it, it is well worthwhile. The sentiments are gorgeous. The stamps are gorgeous. Can't go past it. I use it a lot. Okay. Get some Versamark on there. And I'll see if I can get this reasonably straight. Hang on, I'm on a terrible angle there. We'll see how I did. Oh, not too bad. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Well, we'll see when I put the embossing powder on it anyway. But at the moment, I'm happy. Okay, let's put the lid on there. Heat gun again. Sorry about the noise, it's not for long though. I mustn't have wiped that too well with the embossing powder because there are a few little bits that have just shown up, but never mind. This is just really to show you how the card goes together, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay. Now, you'll probably notice or have noticed when you're trying to put any cardstock onto glimmer paper, it doesn't always stick particularly well at first, but you just have to be patient with it. It does stick, but it just takes a bit longer. It does give you more time to reposition, so there's always a bonus. There's always an upside to everything. So as long as you've got the patience with it, you'll be fine. Now what I'm going to do, so it's on the Glimmer paper, so it's taking a bit to press it down, turn it over, and then I can apply pressure to it. There we go. And I can still slide that around a little bit. I think it's because the Glimmer paper has so much sort of air in it around the pieces of the glitter that it takes that little bit longer, but it's fine. Just that pressure, and look, there we go, done. Okay, now I'll just pop this one on here, same thing. Just a bit of patience. And again, oh, it's not going to stick real well. So, as I said, patience is the most important thing. Just apply your pressure and give it time to get in there. Once it sticks, it's fine. It's just a matter of sometimes too pushing a little bit of the air out. There we go. Now it's just a matter of putting this all together. So I want to sit that and eyeball it as much as you can to get it in the center. And these have been made the same width, so it all lines up. It's all about angles with this particular card and straight lines. That's why I think it, although it's a card you could give to anyone, just the shape of the card and everything, I think that it really suits giving to a gentleman of some family or friend or brother or whatever. I know my dad would like it. Oh dear, I'm molting. It's usually the cat, now it's me. My poor old cat's getting very thin too. A bit worried about him, he's getting old. There we are. How many of you have a cat that likes to sit all over the stuff you do or sit with you while you do your crafting? I know mine does. A few of the ladies that I know on Facebook that talk to me when I'm doing Facebook Lives, they're always talking about their cats and what they're up to as well. It's nice to have the company though. Except when he lies all over everything. But there we go. So I'm going to try and get that as straight as I can and centered as I can. There's probably somebody out there going, no, it's not quite straight, tilt it the other way. However, it's pretty close. And then all I'm going to do is line this up with it again and try and get that nice and straight as well. There we are. And there it is. So you have it in the gold foil like this one, or the gold glimmer like this one. But just remember, if you use the Glimmer paper, have just a little bit more patience and give it time to stick. But apart from that, a really quick, bold looking card, and you could do it as a production line or whatever you wanted to, and it would, you know, you could make a heap of them. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would love that. And please turn on the notifications. I do a video every week, and please leave any comments of anything that you would like me to do, or you think that, you know, you might like some information on. That's great. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be more than happy to help you out. My link to my online store is below, and if you have any questions or anything at all, please contact me and I'll be more than happy to help you if I can. I should certainly do my best to do so. Anyway, until next week, have a wonderful week. Those of you that are going on to stage, have a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to the one in Brisbane, and we'll chat afterwards. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye for now.